For 3 days straight, I'm going to liquidation stores, outlets, and thrift stores to see how much profit I can accumulate from those 3 days. The reason is to find which store makes the most profit and what items I normally find at each store I go to. Professional resellers sometimes have a niche or an item they prefer to sell on their platform, and they'll find specific stores to find that type of inventory. Like if you like clothing, go to thrift stores. If you like items that are brand new, go to outlets. By the end of the video, you're gonna see what type of stores I prefer and what type of stores fit in your niche. Every Friday, there's a lot of people. I mean, obviously, there's always gonna be good stuff. Shit. Big ass head, don't look at my head. You could find pretty much anything in a liquidation store. There's like Legos right here, right? A guy over there is gonna get a drill. There's more Legos over there. Hair dryer thing. Headphones.
Oh, you found that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a camera, but
Go, bro.
that's what I'm trying to do.
Run, bro.
See it, though.
Run. I was gonna get the headphones, but I was like, the later guy. Panasonic, bro. Panasonic? Oh, you acting like that's crazy. It said 2-in-1. You got the drill?
Oh, yeah. I wanted that when I saw it.
Yeah, congrats. What is this? That's new, I think. Well, let's throw it in. What is this? Don't know. The filters are really good if they're new. Oh, protein. I do need some protein. Expired. This is all I got from that liquidation store. Sadly, they don't go for that much. I expected that one to go for 80 bucks, but reality is 50 bucks. That one's around 70. Next up is these light bulbs. I just sold them on Amazon for 25 bucks. I only picked them up because I knew they were going to be easy sellers real fast. So less than 24 hours, sold them. Then I picked this one up. These sell for around 35 on Amazon. In total, this is how much I spent for all of these items. At Marshall's, surprisingly, found some great deals. I honestly don't find that much stuff in the Marshall's. You can see it in the back. Marshall's, but found this boombox from Polaroid. All the white women love this. For 80 bucks. I should be able to sell it for around 149. Then these Carhartt boots. This one's 70 bucks, but I picked up another one. That one's in clearance. That one's for around 60 bucks if I remember. So pretty decent, but I've noticed that on January, Burlington's, Marshall's, Ross's, I believe Burlington's as well, do clearances. There's so many items on clearance right now, and if you have a Ross near you, Burlington near you, everything on clearance, my brother. Bro, you can feel the difference between a liquidation store and like an outlet. Liquidation store, it's always loud. It is loud. People, there's so many people, and kind of frustrating when you want something and someone picked it up already. But here, you just gotta chill. You just find what you find and buy it. The only problem is pricing. This is a little bit more pricier than a liquidation store, but I enjoy the piece. I'm at my local thrift store, Thrift Giant, and today is 50% off. I didn't really plan it to be 50% off, to come in a 50% off day, but thank you. But here we are. Guys, mostly everything is gone because it's 50% off. Am I next to a fucking mic? Hopefully you can still hear me. Because it's 50% off today, most of the things that are pretty good are gone. I found these boots, but they're from Merrill. They're pretty good brand, but they don't sell. Brand new, it'd go for around 160, but they don't sell for 160, even in used condition or in new condition. So I'm leaving those hoes there, and I'll keep on trying to find stuff, but if I don't find anything, I blame it on the 50% off. Got lucky enough to find these drop-in liners, inch liners. These go for around like 24 bucks on Amazon, and I'm gonna get them for their original price is $5, but 50% off of that. That's how you make money, I guess. But that's a pretty good deal, no? I also found this. What is this? External 3.5 hard drive exclusion SATA. How much? It's a hard drive, I guess. Doesn't tell me how much it stores. It's brand new. They want $9, so have that. Let's say $5 plus taxes. And on Amazon, it goes for around $100, $99.99. Sadly, it has no rank. That means it does not fucking sell. So I'm gonna leave it. Even though it's a really good price, I could sell it for a lot. Does it sell? No. So we're leaving it. This thing looks like a pain in the ass to ship. And it's worth. I looked up how much it goes for, and it's been making me think. Only one has sold. Not even the same model. There's multiple of these listed, but they have not sold. They are outrageously priced, and for $100, I'll pass, honestly. Tell me in the comments below if I'm stupid, because I am. From the thrift store, only picked up 2 things that in total was like $5. Pretty good, but I should be able to sell them on Amazon for around $20 each. And with that machine that I found, I know you could sell it for around $900, but I know it's gonna take a while to sell, so I prefer things that are small and ship real fast. And that's not my criteria. Hopefully another reseller finds it, or someone that needs it. So it's the next day, and today is $6 day instead of $8. And I picked up some really good stuff, even though it's like the second. This is just the scraps of everybody else from Friday. Let me show you what I picked up. I noticed yesterday, Black Friday, that there was a lot of college books, but I knew I did not want to bother myself to scan. So there's so many college books that are worth it, and there's so many that are, very little that are worth it, and so many that are not. This is the pack that is like kind of worth it to like pick up. They're totally worth it. It's just that their rank is too high, meaning that they're gonna sell for so long that they might not even sell on Amazon. Might take me like some years, but they're so expensive. Or it's just because I'm restricted on Amazon. Like this one, linear algebra, this one's pretty all right. Sell it for around $100, but I'm restricted, so I'm gonna pass on that. Or I'm gonna look at eBay, see how much I could sell that one for. This one, it's $1 million, I believe, so it's gonna take a while, but it's still decent money, like 30, I believe. And this one, if I remember, $100 plus, but it's like 5 mil. 5 mil is like gonna take forever to sell. And I got this handful of decent looking Sunday. I even found a brand new college book, and because it's brand new, guess how? It's not that cool. It's not like an important like subject. At Ross to find some great deals again. I can't believe I found some long, I don't know what these are, like military looking Doc Martens for women, I guess. Women. And it's size 5. It's crazy small, but they want 90 bucks. And if you found any of these boots for around, if they were size 9 or let's say 8, those are the most common ones, you'd be able to sell it for around 150. I've thought about it. I think I'm just gonna leave them because they're size 5, a really hard size to sell and very expensive. So throw that bit right there. I did find this Nike I don't know what vest. This one's like in and out. You could be purple if you want, or use the black fur inside. Original price was 105 bucks. There's none listed anymore, but one sold for around 40 bucks new. So I think I could sell it for around 50. Just got out of Ross. Only got one thing, the Nike, what's it called? A vest? Finally picked that up, but at least I found something. At another thrift facility. Well, we can find nothing because I hate thrifts. When I'm at a thrift store, I love looking at the electronics section because it's a fast seller for me. And look at this. Sharp. It's a cashier thing. For 24 bucks. Okay. What you mean okay, shorty? Is this brand new? I doubt it. But let me see how much this goes for. I'm gonna look that up right now. But there's a lot of Sony over here. Sony. Missing something, but Sony. Sony is a pretty decent brand, you know. Of course, obviously, but pretty good item to like brand to look at. I don't know about that brand, but Sony always, and Panasonic, look for that bitch. But that's pretty much it. And sorry for the fucking audio. The music's hella loud at this store. And by the way, if you guys don't see me looking at the clothing section, it's because I hate clothing. It's a slow seller, and I mean, god dang. Turns out that Sharp is not really worth that much. For 24 bucks, pass. But if you guys notice, when I go to thrift stores, I really don't look at clothing. It's because it's not one of my niches, and I really don't like finding clothes. The only criteria I have for clothes is, does it fit me? Is it a good price? And can I sell it fast? Those are the only 3. And luckily for me, I did find one clothing item. I love the jacket. It's just the team. This is a Liverpool, ugly team. Liverpool jacket, Champions League jacket from Adidas. They want 24 bucks for it. Size large. As a Man United fan, this is disgusting but beautiful at the same time. I'm gonna pick it up. It's a really nice jacket. Plus it's winter time, so I'm gonna pick it up. And what else can we find? And surprisingly, I found some dog food. I checked, it's not expired. For 10 bucks, I think it's cheap. Well, and I also found a video game. I know. Who the plays Connect training from Nike Plus, I guess. But it's 5 bucks. Wait, is it 50%? It's 25% off today. If you could see that. Let me see. Green 25% off. White is 99% off. Blue is full price. So this is 25% off. And then I wanted to show you guys, I found a phone. A flip phone, but still not tested. For 5 bucks. For 5 bucks. Let's see if it's even in here. For 5 bucks. I'm pretty sure this does not sell, but for 5 bucks. Should I cop for 5 bucks? Maybe. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Picked up some good stuff. Overall, it was 47, let's say like 50 bucks for the jacket, the phone, the video game, and some dog food. Pretty good haul. Back at Black Friday. Today is Sunday, so It's $4 days, so let's see what we can find. There's still a lot of people coming to $4 day, $2 day, 50 cents, and I'm going to show you what I picked up. First off, I think I have 10 of these. These are shooting practice. It's like that plastic thing that you put on the court, the goalie. I don't really know what's this called. Hockey sport. I don't play hockey. I don't know really anything about hockey, but I got 10 of these. It's a $4 day, so $4 each. I think I got 10. I'm gonna spend 40 bucks, and each one I should be able to sell for like 20, and they should sell really fast. So a total profit, I think I should be able to double my profit on these. Next up is these books. Really nice, brand new. I might not put them brand new because I'm always picky on my books, but those brand new go for around 40 if I remember. I don't remember because I've been looking around for a long time. Let's say 20 bucks on the books. That one I believe would be 50. Let's say 50 to 40. And that cream is personal. That book is personal. I'm trying to read this one because, you know, Jose trying to find good winning products. So I'm gonna read this personal. It might take me a year to read it though. You know what I'm saying? You know how I'll be pronouncing shit. And only on Fridays is when there's so much noise, but on the other days it's just chill. Honestly, I like it. I like it like that. It's just there's so much things to like look through. There's so many things to look through, and I don't want to look through them all. Oh my god, look at all that. Oh hell nah. Look at all that bullshit I gotta look through. Ugh, and everything's dirty. Look at that. Ugh. Yeah, that's why I recommend wearing gloves. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe we have a luck on our side today. We're here at Marshall's. Let's see what we can find. I just found some balls, some golf balls. These are pretty cheap. They want 12 bucks. I could sell them for around 30-ish. Total profit from each one, I should be getting like 8 to 5 bucks. I think that's really low calculations, but I'm keeping it low for you guys to not think that everything's a fucking gold mine over here. But this one's 20 bucks. This one and that one, they go pretty much the same price, and I should be able to sell them for around 40 to 35. Their profit ratio would be like around 11 bucks each for all of those because they're Callaways. I'm leaving these white ones because the white ones surprisingly are more cheaper than the yellow ones, so I'll leave some there. And if the white ones sell really fast and they're still here, I may pick them up when these don't go for nothing. The total expense was 200 bucks. From each one, I should get a rough estimate of $9 in profit for each sale, let's say. So how many did I pick up? Don't know. I put it in the screen. So that's a total of this much of profit. Yeah, I know the exact number, I swear. Yes. I also went to other Marshalls to find more deals. I'm gonna be broke. That's all I gotta say. This is my last stop for a thrift store. Hopefully we find something good. Turns out today is blue 50% off and pink 75% off. And luckily I did find something out of all this stuff. And I found this Garmin GPS map thing for like hikers, I would say. This one, they only want $3.99 for like $5 with taxes. So on Amazon it goes for around $100. So good ass find. But I think that's all I found here. I don't really find anything at this thrift store. That's why I don't come here often, but found something good. All right guys, now let's talk about the analysis of all three stores. From liquidation stores, in total I spent around 190 and should make a profit of 548. Outlets, I spent the most out of all three with 467, but also should make the most profit with 771. And thrift stores, the bread and butter, I spent, I'm proud to say, $60 to make 260 bucks. So that's pretty decent margins, I would say. Thrift stores are in third place. Let's put a 3 next to you, with the least amount of profit but the least amount spent. So I guess for spent it's number 1, for profit would be third. Outlets, it's the most expensive, so it would be third for most expensive because we don't want to spend more, right? And number 1 for the most profit. And liquidation stores, it's like a mid girl, all right? We didn't spend that much, but we are not getting as much profit as outlets. So if you're just starting off with reselling, I would always recommend someone to go to thrift stores because it's the least expensive. You get the least amount of profit, yeah, but you have a safety net almost all the time at a thrift store. And I would also recommend going to a liquidation store because you can also find really great stuff for a flat fee of that day, depending on what day you go and what store you go, liquidation store. Like mine, everything on a Friday is $8, so that's a really decent price. And you could also find really expensive stuff there. So I would also recommend just going to thrift stores and liquidation stores. But as a beginner, please, you could go to outlets. It's just that don't waste all your money at an outlet. Look at thrift stores and liquidations it's more suitable for you. You might be asking yourself, what else is the difference? Is it just because of how much you spent, how much profit you make? Of course not. At a liquidation store, there's always gonna be a high competition. Let's say competition rate compared to all of these, because in a liquidation store, that store is promoting their items every single week, and they also have their expense to income ratio for a reseller is so good. You can buy anything at this store for a flat fee of $8 where I live. So you might buy a Xbox for $8. You might buy a phone for $8. You can buy anything for $8 at this store. So your profit margins are very, very high. Now let's talk about outlets. They have the lowest competition, right? Because compared to all 3 of these stores where I live, there's more outlets than there is thrift stores. There's more outlets than there is liquidation stores. In the future, there might be more liquidation stores to come because I've seen multiple be getting open in my area. But at the moment, I have more outlets than I do thrift stores and liquidation stores. So the audience is more spread out. So I might be at my local outlet and go there often because it's closer to me, and my competition might go to other ones just because the convenience of them being a little bit closer to another one. And plus, this place, the outlets, are the most expensive out of all 3 of these stores. So you must be ready to spend money to make money, right? And not that many people are willing to spend $50 a pop for some headphones just to make $20 in profit. So if you're gonna go to an outlet or planning on going to outlets very often, I would recommend selling them if you could sell them at premium price, it's the best. Like if you're not selling on Amazon, just go to thrift stores or liquidation stores, because that means you're gonna have to lower the price to compare to other prices on eBay, Mercari, or Poshmark. So if you're selling on Amazon, if you do Amazon Prime, you can go to outlets and get that premium price you want. So let's say I buy some headphones for 50 bucks. On eBay, I could sell it for 70, let's say 60 bucks. Profit to spending ratio, horrible. But on Amazon, I could sell it for around 120, 140, depending on the season. If you know, you know. But yeah, if you can sell items for a premium price, I recommend going to outlets. And there's low competition. And in thrift stores, there is a mediocre, let's say median amount of competition. So yeah, the competition for thrift stores is like medium. You're obviously gonna, I almost see at least one reseller at a thrift store that I go to. So yeah, it's like a median. But for a liquidation store, I meet like at least 7 to 10 resellers each time I go. I swear. So high competition, low competition, medium. And that's why I recommend going to thrift stores more often, because there's not that many competition, and there's more in my area. Hopefully in your area as well. There's more thrift stores than there are liquidation stores. Now let's talk about what type of inventory you're gonna find at these 3 locations. At a liquidation store, all right, you're not gonna be prepared what you're gonna find there. It's always random stuff. All right, it's never gonna be the same old thing. Like in a thrift store, you would always find clothes, old used clothes, maybe some electronics, books, or whatever. Liquidation stores are a unique breed of individual. Stores. One week you might have a lot of food, expired food, protein. Next week you might find a lot of clothing, shoes, puzzles, toys. You could also find adult toys, let's say. There's no filter in what you can find here. You might find the randomest thing, you might find the coolest thing, you might find some broken things here. So make sure that when you're buying something that it works, or if it's used, that it still works, all right? Because with time, if you're planning on going to a liquidation store for a long time, let's say, it's inevitable. You cannot not buy something that's not gonna break, all right? You might find something that's brand new and sealed, but it's missing like a little small thing that you didn't know that it comes with, or it looks like it's working in good condition, but it turns out it's missing a part or broken in some way, shape, or form, or does its job completely. It turns on, yeah, but it doesn't work, let's say. So liquidation stores do not care if the item works or not. They really don't test it, so they just sell it. So make sure that your item is in working condition, please. Now on a outlet, you're not gonna have that worry like in a liquidation store, because it's an outlet. It's a known brand that care what they're selling, so it's mostly new items. That's why I love liquidation stores. I never have to worry if an item works or not, because it's brand new. Or maybe a customer opened it, maybe he's like, open, throw away. I'm like, what? Why you do that? And why do people open boxes if you know it's brand new? Like, unless it's like clothing, like underwear, let's say, you don't know what size width you is. If you don't know what size width you is, you're a child, I guess. You gotta open it, try it on, I guess, I don't know. But please do not open things that are brand new at thrift stores or outlets or liquidation stores. That's the worst thing ever. Unless you really don't know if it's used or opened. One way I know if an item is used, just shake it. If you hear loose items like it is used, most likely. So open it up. Why is it shaking? If it's really tidy and sealed, it's most likely new, but there's also a chance, a small chance that it's still used, maybe has everything but has missing parts. But there's always a chance, so be wary of that. So all their items are new, and in thrift stores, there's a mix of new things, sealed things, used things, but mostly it's used. So make sure they're working in new condition. Pray to God if it's in new condition, but if it's in used condition, it's in used condition. Gotta use it. Gotta not use it, but test it, turn it on, see if it plays. So you always have a risk when you're buying an item. People with their niches, right? I don't know if you have a niche or not. Niche. So people that are mostly media based, books, DVDs, audiobooks, people that sell that type of inventory, please, if I could recommend you go to liquidation stores or thrift stores. Thrift stores, there's always going to be books, DVDs, but most of the time they're not going to be that valuable. So that's why I also recommend liquidation stores, because they also have a buttload of books, DVDs, video games. So I would recommend going to these two stores. Outlets pretty much never have media type of inventory. All right, people that are very, very interested in clothing and selling clothing, I recommend going to thrift stores and outlets. Outlets, if you know what a good deal is or what good brands are, but thrift stores are the cheapest places you can find clothing, and they have so much of it. They have so much of it that you might find so many good items. I also recommend outlets because there's brand new clothing, and I don't know if newer with tag clothing sell faster than old used clothing. So yeah, those are the only places I go for consistently for clothing. You can also go to liquidation stores. It's just you're gonna most likely find bootleg items like in thrift stores, but it's very common to find bootleg items at liquidation stores. Like I found a bootleg Bape hoodie. I sold it to someone, but make sure to say it's new, but it's fake. It's bootleg. So make sure you do not scam these people. All right, don't say it's legit. All right, and sell it for 500 and turns out it's not. eBay has a authentication thing, so do not try it. If it's fake, it's fake. All right, sell it for really cheap, or don't even sell it at all. All right. People that really enjoy electronics. If you really like selling electronics, like myself, like graphics cards, let's say, controllers, TVs, anything electronic, I would recommend going to all three of these stores. I found some really, really nice headphones at outlets. I've found very expensive electronics at liquidation stores. And I've also found expensive electronics at thrift stores. It's just, I just find them randomly. It doesn't matter which one you go to, you're gonna find electronics. So depending on your preference from all three of these, choose any of them. People that like vintage items, it's a no-brainer. Just go to thrift stores. That's all I gotta say to you. And people that really, really like selling unique items, like I've known people that like selling paintings, people that like selling buttons, people that like selling keychains, that sell for a lot. If you know what you're looking for, you know what to look for. If you're a very unique person, go to thrift stores. It's easy to say, but yeah, go to thrift stores. But if you're also somewhat unique, go to liquidation stores. You never know what you could find. Honestly, you might find some cool vintage stuff. people that sell medication and, let's say, pills, let's say sports types of clothing or anything in that sorts of nature. If you sell mostly sports type of items, I would recommend going to thrift stores and liquidation stores, because in liquidation stores you can find protein. If it's not expired, buy it, but you can find protein, pills, medication, sportswear, sports health support, and I mostly find them at liquidation stores. So yeah, totally go to liquidation stores and thrift stores. But you could also find some sportwear on outlets. Like lately I've been finding some tennis rackets at Ross's. I've been finding some golf clubs at Ross's and Marshall's, like I showed today. So it's pretty much for like sports and outdoor. Yeah, you could go to pretty much all three of these. But for medicational purposes, like pills, protein, and medication like that, I would most likely go to liquidation stores. But there's also some protein or pre-workouts that I've seen at some outlets. So these are the only two that I've kind of seen some protein. So hopefully that helped. So if you guys are confused, let me break this down really short and simple. If you're brand new to the reselling game, I would recommend thrift stores. Just go to thrift stores, but you could also go to liquidation stores. Choose either or, honestly. I do not care. If you're very experienced and have money to spend, go to outlets, because low competition, brand new items, you could pay for the premium, you can sell it for a premium, you're good. And make sure all your items are in working condition. I've bought a graphics card. I bought this graphics card at a liquidation store. Does not work. Couldn't test it at store because it's a computer part. I need a specific thing. So always be wary about electronics if you're really a reseller of electronics. So be wary of that, but don't be bummed if it doesn't work or not. It doesn't work. Okay, what can you really do? Not that much. That's why it's broken. And unless you can fix it. All right, guys, that'll be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And if you want more type of content like this, please let me know down in the comments below, because there's other places you can find inventory. Like right now, I'm at a yard, swap meet. I'm at a swap meet right now, and some people only go to swap meets to find their inventory, because here you can make connections with people, and sometimes you can get stuff really cheap because of your connections here. I don't have that many connections here, but I have some. And you could go to yard sales, you could go to liquidation stores. I mean, Goodwill liquidation stores. That's a different place, if you ask me. Different category of a store. There's so many other places you can find inventory, so put down in the comments if you want more content like this. And hopefully you enjoyed, learned something, and have a blessed day. Adios. Bye.